Chosen one, stop scrolling. This is not random. This is not coincidence. I waited 2 hours. 2 hours to reach you before it was too late. You felt it, didn't you? That pressure, that strange heaviness in your chest. The sense that someone was watching, studying, investigating your every move. They thought you wouldn't notice. They thought you were alone. They thought you were weak. But I was watching too. You've been attacked in ways you can't even explain. Misunderstood, targeted, laughed at behind closed doors. And yet you're still standing. Do you know why? Because you are not ordinary. You are marked, chosen. The investigator who tried to expose you was exposed instead. I delayed them. I redirected them. I caught what you never saw coming. This warning is mercy. This message is protection. Lean in. Because what I'm about to reveal will change everything. Your rejection was not abandonment. It was divine separation for your protection. Listen to me, chosen one. When they walked away, when the calls stopped, when the room went silent the moment you entered, you thought I had left you too. You cried in private. You questioned your worth. You replayed conversations in your mind, wondering what you did wrong. But I need you to understand something that will change the way you see your pain. I did not remove them to wound you. I removed them to shield you. You were standing at the edge of a future they could not enter. Their hearts were not aligned with where I am taking you. Their loyalty would have shifted the moment pressure came. So I allowed the separation before the betrayal could fully bloom. You call it rejection. I call it rescue. If I had let them stay, their doubt would have contaminated your faith. Their fear would have slowed your obedience. Their hidden jealousy would have sabotaged your growth. You felt isolated, but what you were really feeling was elevation. I was lifting you, and not everyone can breathe at higher levels. Some people were assigned to your past, not your promise. They were comfortable with the version of you that struggled, that questioned, that played small. But when I began expanding you, stretching you, sharpening you, they grew uncomfortable. It wasn't because you were wrong. It was because you were rising. Chosen one, hear me clearly. The separation saved you from battles you never saw forming behind closed doors. There were conversations about you that you were never meant to hear. There were plans that dissolved because I intervened. There were doors that closed not to block you, but to redirect you. You thought you lost something valuable, but what you lost could not carry the weight of your destiny. You are not forgotten. You are being fortified. I allowed the loneliness to teach you how to lean on me. I allowed the silence to sharpen your discernment. I allowed the distance to reveal who truly stands with you. The pain carved depth into your spirit. The tears built endurance into your soul. The separation created space for something greater. You are not behind. You are being prepared. What I am building in you requires strength, clarity, and focus. And sometimes protection looks like subtraction. So wipe your tears, lift your head. The same hands that remove them are the hands guiding you forward. The same silence that confused you is clearing the path ahead. You were not abandoned. You were chosen. And I will never separate you from the destiny I designed for your life. The warfare around you is proof that your destiny threatens darkness. Listen to me, chosen one. You keep asking, Why is it always a fight? Why does peace feel temporary? Why does opposition rise the moment you take one step forward? It's not random. You are not being attacked because you are weak. You are being opposed because you are dangerous. Darkness does not waste resources on ordinary lives. It does not mobilize against those who pose no threat. But you carry something, a calling, a presence, a light that unsettles shadows before you even speak. Have you noticed? When you try to grow, confusion surrounds you. When you try to heal, old wounds resurface. When you try to build, resistance shows up out of nowhere. That is not coincidence. That is confirmation. There are forces that recognize your potential before you fully do. They sense the impact of your obedience. They see the ripple effect your courage will create. You thought you were just trying to survive, but in the spirit, you are marked as a threat to systems built on fear and deception. The warfare is loud because your destiny is louder. Every sleepless night, every unexplained attack on your peace, every sudden betrayal when you were on the verge of breakthrough. It was a strategy to exhaust you, to make you question yourself, to convince you that it would be easier to shrink. But look at you. You're still here, still breathing, still believing even when belief feels fragile. Do you understand what that means? You survived battles that were designed to erase you. The pressure did not crush you, it forged you. The fire did not consume you, it clarified you. You are being trained in warfare because your assignment requires authority. You are being strengthened under pressure because where I am taking you, weakness cannot lead. Darkness pushes back hardest when it senses displacement. And you, chosen one, are about to displace something. Your voice will break cycles. Your obedience will shift atmospheres. Your healing will expose lies others have lived under for years. That is why the fight intensified. But hear me clearly. If the warfare proves anything, it proves that you matter. It proves that your steps are being watched. It proves that your growth is being monitored. It proves that your destiny carries weight. You are not crazy for feeling the battle. You are not dramatic for sensing resistance. You are discerning. And I have not brought you this far to abandon you in the middle of the fight. The same destiny that threatens darkness is the destiny I am guarding. Stand firm. Do not shrink. Do not silence yourself. The warfare around you is not a warning to retreat. It is evidence that you are advancing. Your isolation was training ground, not punishment. Come closer, chosen one. Let me speak to the part of you that felt forgotten. You remember the silence, the empty rooms, the long nights when no one called, no one checked in, no one understood. You wondered what you did wrong. You questioned why everyone else seemed surrounded while you were set apart. You thought it was rejection. You thought it was discipline. But it was development. I pulled you away because noise was drowning your discernment. I allowed distance because distraction was diluting your focus. I permitted solitude because your calling required strength that crowds cannot build. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. Isolation strips away performance. It removes applause. It confronts you with yourself. And in that quiet place, I began shaping you. When you had no one to lean on, you learned to lean on me. When validation disappeared, you discovered inner conviction. When comfort faded, resilience was born. Do you know why warriors are trained in private? Because public battles are won by private discipline. While you were crying over lost connections, I was strengthening your emotional endurance. While you felt unseen, I was teaching you to move without recognition. While loneliness echoed in your chest, I was building authority in your spirit. Not everyone can handle solitude. Many run from it. But you stayed, even when it hurt, even when it felt unfair. You did not quit on your growth. That season where you felt hidden, it was a classroom. Every disappointment was a lesson. Every delay was conditioning. Every silent day was sharpening your awareness. You began to notice things others ignore. You began to hear my voice more clearly. You began to recognize who truly belongs in your future. Isolation refined your standards. It refined your patience. It refined your strength. If I had left you in the crowd, you would have blended in. If I had allowed constant comfort, you would have depended on people who could not sustain your destiny. But what I am calling you to requires clarity, requires courage, requires confidence that is not built on popularity. So I separated you, not to break you, to build you. The loneliness that once felt like abandonment is now evidence of elevation. You are being lifted to a level where fewer can walk beside you. Chosen one, understand this. The same solitude that felt heavy is now your advantage. You are harder to distract, harder to deceive, harder to shake. You are not socially rejected. You are spiritually refined. And when I release you from this training ground into the fullness of your assignment, you will move with strength that only solitude could produce. Your isolation was not punishment. It was preparation for influence, authority, and destiny. Every silent attack exposed who was never meant to go with you. Chosen one, listen carefully. Not every battle in your life was loud. Some of the most painful ones were quiet. No confrontation, no warning, just a shift. Energy changed, support faded, smiles felt different. You sensed it before you could explain it. They clapped for you in public, but doubted you in private. They stood near you, but not with you. They said they believed in you, until your growth challenged their comfort. And when the pressure came, when rumors whispered, when confusion stirred, when opposition rose, you watched carefully. Some defended you, some disappeared. Some secretly enjoyed the storm. You called it heartbreak, I call it revelation. Silent attacks are mirrors. They reflect loyalty. They reveal alignment. When the wind blew against you, it showed who was anchored to your destiny and who was only attached to your convenience. If everyone had stayed, you would have mistaken proximity for purpose. If no tension had come, you would have trusted people who were never assigned to your future. So I allowed the silence. I allowed the whispers you couldn't trace. I allowed the distance that felt sudden. I allowed the uncomfortable truth to surface slowly, because exposure is protection. Some people were meant to walk with you for a season, not the journey. They were part of your process, not your promise. And when your calling began to expand, their insecurity began to react. You saw it in subtle ways. The lack of enthusiasm when you shared good news. The quiet competition disguised as support. The strange tension when you started stepping into confidence. That wasn't imagination. That was discernment developing. Chosen one. Growth will always uncover misalignment. The higher you rise, the clearer you see. The clearer you see, the fewer you carry. You lost people you thought were permanent, but permanence was never their assignment. If they had stayed, they would have slowed you. If they had stayed, they would have questioned every bold move I asked you to make. If they had stayed, they would have pulled you back to a version of yourself that no longer exists. The silent attacks hurt because they came without explanation, but they also came with clarity. Now you know who celebrates you genuinely. Now you know who prays for you. Now you know who stands firm when pressure builds. You are not bitter, you are wiser. You are not lonely, you are refined. Every silent attack was not designed to destroy you. It was designed to filter your circle. I am building a destiny around you that cannot afford hidden doubt or concealed jealousy. So I let the silence speak. And what it revealed saved you from carrying the wrong people into the right future. The pressure you survived built the authority you now carry. Chosen one. You remember the weight, the kind that sat on your chest at night, the kind that made breathing feel heavy and thinking feel louder than peace. You didn't just face stress, you endured pressure. Pressure from expectations, pressure from betrayal, pressure from battles no one else could see. And there were moments you thought you would break. Moments you questioned your strength. Moments you whispered, "I can't do this anymore." But you did. You stood when collapsing felt easier. You stayed faithful when walking away seemed logical. You kept your heart soft when life tried to harden it. And now you wonder why you feel different, why your voice carries weight, why your presence shifts rooms. It's because pressure changes structure. Coal under pressure becomes something unbreakable. Steel under fire becomes something sharp and strong. And you, under pressure, became authoritative. Authority is not given cheaply. It is earned through endurance. The tears you cried in silence strengthened your spirit. The battles you fought alone sharpened your discernment. The storms you survived stabilized your footing. Now when chaos rises around you, you don't panic the way you used to. When negativity surrounds you, you don't absorb it the same way. When challenges appear, you don't immediately shrink. That is authority forming. Authority is calm in the storm. Authority is clarity in confusion. Authority is stability when others tremble. You didn't gain it in comfort. You gained it in crushing seasons. Every time you chose integrity over revenge, authority grew. Every time you stayed disciplined instead of distracted, authority deepened. Every time you trusted me when you didn't understand me, authority settled into your soul. You were being trained for influence you have not yet fully seen. People will listen to you because you have survived what they are facing. They will trust your words because your scars prove experience. They will respect your calm because they sense you have walked through fire. You don't carry noise anymore. You carry weight. You don't react the same. You respond with strength. The pressure that once felt like punishment was preparation for leadership. If I had given you authority before pressure, it would have crushed you. But now, you are steady enough to hold it. Chosen one. Stop underestimating what you endured. You didn't just survive, you were shaped. The very weight that tried to push you down became the foundation that now holds you up. And the authority you carry today is proof that pressure did not defeat you. It defined you. What tried to investigate you was intercepted by divine protection. Listen closely, chosen one, because this is deeper than you think. There were eyes watching you that you never saw. There were conversations about you that you were never meant to hear. There were plans being made in darkness, hoping to uncover your weakness, hoping to find your breaking point. But I was already there. Before curiosity turned into investigation, I was there. Before rumors became strategies, I was there. Before someone tried to study your life, your movements, your patterns, I placed a boundary around your destiny. You felt it sometimes, didn't you? That strange feeling that something was about to go wrong, but it didn't. That moment when danger felt close, but then suddenly lost its power. That situation where exposure was supposed to happen, but the truth never surfaced against you. You called it luck. I call it protection. You have survived situations you never even knew were designed to harm you. Some attacks were not meant to scare you. They were meant to end you quietly. But I intercepted them before they reached your door. You don't know how many times I turned attention away from you. How many times I confused plans formed against your future. How many times I closed doors so quietly that you thought they closed naturally. But I was moving in silence to protect you from loud destruction. Chosen one, there are forces that study purpose. They watch those who carry influence. They observe those who carry destiny light. Because destiny creates spiritual attention. But you were never left unguarded. There were moments when you walked into spaces you didn't know were unsafe. And yet, nothing happened. You left safely. You walked out unchanged. That was not coincidence. That was interception. You survived relationships that could have stolen your identity. You avoided opportunities that looked good, but were spiritually dangerous. You escaped traps disguised as success. You thought you were just making decisions, but I was guiding your instincts. I was speaking through hesitation. I was speaking through discomfort. When something didn't feel right in your spirit, that was my protection speaking louder than your fear. You are not paranoid. You are perceptive. You are learning to recognize spiritual danger before it manifests physically. And those who tried to investigate you, those who tried to expose you prematurely, those who wanted to understand how you keep rising despite everything you've faced, they were blocked. Not because you are hidden, but because your destiny is guarded. I will not allow curiosity to become destruction in your life. I will not allow hidden enemies to succeed in studying your weakness. I will continue surrounding your future with protection you cannot see but will always feel. So walk forward without fear, because what tried to investigate you will never overpower what is protecting you. The delay was not denial. It was strategic timing for breakthrough. Chosen one, I need you to breathe slowly and listen to this. Because I know you have struggled with waiting. You have watched others move ahead of you. You have seen doors open for people who worked less, prayed less, endured less. You have asked me, in your quietest moments, why not me? Why is my life moving so slowly? And I have heard every question you never spoke aloud. You thought the delay meant I forgot you. You thought the silence meant I was ignoring your prayers. You thought the closed doors meant your story was stuck in place. But I was never delaying your life. I was aligning your destiny. You see time as a straight path. But I see timing as layers of preparation. If I had released what you wanted too early, you would have received it without the strength to carry it. If I had opened that door before your spirit was mature, you would have entered a season you could not survive. You were not being punished by waiting. You were being protected from premature arrival. There were things I needed to build inside you before I could release what was waiting outside you. Patience was not punishment. It was conditioning. I watched you during your waiting seasons. I saw you keep believing when hope felt thin. I saw you keep praying when answers felt far away. I saw you keep showing up for life, even when life didn't show up for you. That endurance was not wasted. While you were waiting, I was arranging people you haven't met yet. I was shifting opportunities into positions you could not yet see. I was preparing breakthroughs that would not just bless you, but sustain you. Chosen one, sudden breakthroughs are built on hidden preparation. You want fast miracles. I want lasting impact. You wanted instant elevation. I wanted you stable enough to handle influence, responsibility, and visibility. Because when your breakthrough comes, it will not be quiet. It will not be small. It will not be something you can easily hide. The delay was building pressure in the right environment. And pressure, when timed correctly, creates explosive breakthroughs. You felt stuck, but spiritually you were being positioned. The same waiting that felt painful was making sure that when your time arrived, nothing could reverse what I was releasing into your life. No enemy would stop it. No insecurity would sabotage it. No fear would make you run from it. Chosen one, I have been working behind the scenes of your life while you thought nothing was happening. So stop measuring your destiny by other people's clocks. Your breakthrough is not late. It is perfectly timed. And when it arrives, you will understand why I made you wait. You were chosen before the attack, and you will outlast every enemy sent against you. Listen to me, chosen one, because this is where your confidence must become unshakable. Before the attacks started, I already knew you. Before the rumors were spoken, I already set your destiny in motion. Before the enemy decided to target you, you were already marked by purpose. You think the battle defines you, but I am telling you, your selection came before your struggle. You did not become chosen because you survived the attacks. You survived the attacks because you were already chosen. There were moments when the opposition felt overwhelming. Moments when you felt surrounded. Moments when you felt like everything and everyone was quietly working against your peace, your confidence, your future. You wondered if you were alone in the fight. You wondered why your life seemed to attract conflict, even when you were trying to live in peace. But listen carefully. You carry something that provokes destiny reactions in spiritual places you cannot see. Your existence itself challenges systems built to keep people small. That is why you have faced resistance, not because you are weak, but because you are significant. I watched how you responded to attacks. You did not become bitter. You did not lose compassion. You did not let pain turn your heart cold. That is power. Because enemies expect you to break. They expect you to give up. They expect you to disappear quietly. But you keep rising. Every time they pushed you down, you found strength you did not know you possessed. Every time they spoke against you, I strengthened your identity in places they could never reach. Every time they tried to destabilize your future, I fortified your foundation. You are not just surviving battles, you are outlasting them. Enemies can attack seasons of your life, but they cannot cancel your assignment. They can send noise. They can send confusion. They can send disappointment disguised as opportunity. But they cannot outlast what I have placed inside you. You have endurance that shocks spiritual opposition. You have resilience that cannot be measured by human standards. You were built to stand when others fall. You were built to keep walking when others stop. You were built to carry destiny weight without losing your spirit. So when attacks intensify, do not panic. Intensity is not a sign of defeat approaching. It is a sign that your destiny is becoming unavoidable. Chosen one, you are not fighting to win your calling. You are walking in what was already given to you. The enemies sent against you will grow tired before your destiny does. The attacks will fade before your purpose does. Because I did not choose you for temporary victory. I chose you for long endurance, long influence, and long destiny impact. You will outlast what tried to destroy you, and when the dust settles, you will still be standing. Listen to me, chosen one, because something is starting to awaken inside your spirit right now. Do you feel it? That strange realization that maybe, just maybe, your pain was never wasted. All those nights you thought you were breaking, I was building. All those moments you thought you were losing, I was preparing you to win in ways you cannot yet see. Your pain had purpose, not random purpose, not accidental purpose, destiny purpose. Every tear you cried in silence was watering seeds you didn't know were planted inside your future. Every betrayal you survived was teaching you how to recognize truth without needing words. Every closed door was protecting you from rooms that would have slowly drained your spirit dry. You thought you were being pushed back, but I was positioning you. There were battles you never saw coming, and you survived them without even knowing I was standing between you and destruction. There were dangers you walked past, moments you narrowly escaped, decisions that could have changed everything, and you are still here. That is not coincidence. That is divine protection working quietly in your life. You are starting to understand now, aren't you? The pressure was not punishment. It was activation pressure. Like something being stretched before it becomes powerful. Like fire testing metal before it becomes a weapon of strength and precision. You are not who you were when the pain started. You are stronger in your faith, sharper in your discernment, more sensitive to purpose. I allowed the struggle because greatness cannot be built in comfort. I allowed the loneliness because you needed to learn who you are without anyone defining you. I allowed the shaking because I was making sure your foundation could never be destroyed by future storms. Destiny is starting to wake up inside you. You will begin to feel it in your decisions. You will begin to feel it in your confidence. You will begin to feel it when fear tries to speak, but your spirit responds with courage instead. You were not surviving randomly. You were being prepared intentionally. And now something inside you is rising. Something stronger than your fear, stronger than your past, stronger than everything that tried to break you. Your destiny is activating, and you are ready. Chosen one, this is not where your story ends. You have survived more than you ever thought you could carry. You have cried more tears in private than anyone knows. But hear me clearly, I never left your side. Not in the fire, not in the silence, not in the waiting. I was in every breath you took when you felt like giving up. I was in every moment you chose faith over fear. Stand up again. Lift your head again. Your story is not written in defeat, but in victory already prepared for you. The same God who carried you through the battle is the God who is now opening your future. Walk forward with courage. Speak with confidence. Your destiny is still alive. Your purpose is still growing, and nothing sent against you will ever overcome what I have placed inside you. Go forward now, strong, chosen, and unstoppable.